What is going on, YouTube? Today I would like to talk about the 11th story in my collection, The Crumbling of a Nation and Other Stories, called The Unknown Rider. This is really the only story in my book without any dystopian or speculative element. It is also the only story that is really inspired by my own life, because this story is all about what it is like to be a writer in the age of social media, where instead of just hoping that somebody stumbles upon your book in a bookstore or is told about it by a friend, there is now this whole new world for writers to share their work, whether it be making videos like this on YouTube or posting on any of the other social medias that you can find me on, like Instagram, TikTok, or Substack, at Ryan David Ginsberg on all of them. Because while there are a lot of great opportunities that come with something like this, like the ability to reach people who otherwise would have never heard of me or my books, it also brings up this almost paradoxical battle within myself. Because while on one hand I really do enjoy making these videos and having the opportunity to build a real community, I almost feel like one of those people at Costco that are trying to sell you soul. The people that you try really hard not to actually make eye contact with, because as soon as you do, you know what they're going to say. Hey, do you like books? Are you looking for a new book? I have a book for you right here. It is no longer a person entering a bookstore looking for a book and all you have to do is convince them to pick up your book. It is now this person entering this infinite portal that has everything in existence. And you're fighting all of this, trying to convince them not to scroll away, trying to get them to listen in any way you can. In the same way that you do at Costco, you need to get that person to stop walking. It is that aspect of social media that I really struggle with, because I now spend a lot of my day trying to think of what can I post on social media when I could be using that time to actually write more stories. And so to capture this in my story, I created this almost festival-like thing to represent social media. This festival takes place on Hollywood Boulevard, and the street is filled for miles with booths. And each of these booths represent a different social media personality. The more popular a person is, the bigger their booth is, and the closer it is to the entrance. As for the unknown rider, he is placed in this teeny tiny booth that is miles away from the entrance. Here's an excerpt from the book. Nearest to the entrance are bands playing their greatest hits, actors portraying their most popular characters, comedians telling their best jokes, athletes completing unbelievable play after unbelievable play, panels interviewing celebrities, podcast hosts passionately dissecting the most gruesome recordings of human villainy, news anchors ruthlessly ranting about society's most significant issues, the greatest chefs from the greatest restaurants giving step-by-step instructions on how to cook the perfect scrambled eggs, bodybuilders revealing how a six-pack can be achieved with just a 5-minute workout, models strutting around in the sexiest of clothes, politicians screaming. It takes quite a while for the attendees to finally make their way to the vicinity of booth number 43,222, inside which the unknown rider has already begun to read from his manuscript. The closer an attendee gets to his booth, the more passionate he gets with his reading, the more theatrical he becomes. He moves his arms flamboyantly, he stomps his feet, he bangs his chest, he mimics the actions of his characters. This is not his first festival. He has been attending shows like these for over 10 years, ever since he graduated from college and decided to become a writer, a real writer. And always he brings with him the same passion, the same enthusiasm, the same desire to entertain. The only things that have changed over the years are the words that he reads. If you would like to hear the rest of this story or any of the other stories from my book, The Crumbling of a Nation and Other Stories, is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and the TikTok shop. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.